Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. 2017 NFL Mock Draft here on Robert Sports Show. There's so many variables that can change when it comes to these drafts. Teams trade draft picks, trade up, trade down, who knows. So this is what I think the first round should be. Could be wrong, could be right, could be comical to see how wrong I am. There's lots of mock drafts out there, so I looked over several, kind of what I thought and what players where they should fit. So we're going to do it in reverse order. I'm going to start with 32 and go to 1. 32 pick from the Patriots to the New Orleans Saints. I got Jarrad Davis, cornerback, Florida. 31, the Atlanta Falcons. I got them picking Charles Harrison, outside linebacker out of Missouri. At 30, I got Pittsburgh Steelers taking Jamal Adams, safety out of LSU. Number 29. I know this player's had some off-the-field issues. I think a team like Green Bay, who's picking at 29, could really help this really talented football player. And kind of, he wouldn't be in the spotlight, but he would be a very valuable to the offense. I got the Packers taking Joe Mixon, running back out of Oklahoma, at 29. I think bearing him in that team, kind of get him out of the main spotlight, I think would help him. Number 28, I got Dallas Cowboys taking Marlon Humphrey. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Marlon, I guess. Marlon Humphrey, cornerback out of Alabama. At 27, I have the Kansas City Chiefs taking a quarterback. I have them taking Deshaun Kaiser. Chances are he will not drop that far in the first round. He'll probably be a top 15, top 20 pick. But if he were to fall, he'd be a good choice for the Kansas City Chiefs, a quarterback out of Notre Dame, where he could sit his rookie year behind Alex Smith. And I think... wasn't there a backup quarterback named Foles? He can kind of be a second to third string quarterback. He can sit a year, learn the NFL system, and hopefully then next year he could get a starting job for the Chiefs. Number 26, I got Seattle taking Kevin King, cornerback out of Washington. Which, if they did that, they could either trade Richard Sherman, or they could have this kid, Kevin King, learn from Richard Sherman. There is some rumors out there of him possibly being moved, which would be a very interesting thing, them take a cornerback and possibly move him. More than likely they would move him earlier so they could trade up in the draft. Number 25, I got the Houston Texans taking Cam Robinson, offensive tackle out of Alabama. 24, I got the Oakland Raiders taking David Naoki, I guess, OKU, tight end out of Miami, which Oakland does need a tight end, so I think he would fit in well with the Las Vegas Raiders offense this year. 23rd, I got the New York Football Giants taking Ryan Ramkowski, whatever, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin. I got 22, the Miami Dolphins taking T.J. Watt, outside linebacker out of Wisconsin. 21st, I got Detroit taking Jordan Willis, outside linebacker out of Kansas State. Number 20, I have the Denver Broncos taking an offensive tackle, Garrett Bowles out of Utah, or Bolus. Number 19, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking Derek Barnett, defensive end, Tennessee. Number 18, I have Tennessee taking John Ross, wide receiver out of Washington. At 17, I got Washington taking Jabril Peppers, safety out of Michigan. Again, I don't think a player like Jabril Peppers will fall that far. He can be that game changer on defense a lot of teams are looking for, but if he were to fall to 17, Washington would be a landing spot for him, if not somebody before that. Number 16, I got the Ravens taking Corey Davis, wide receiver out of Western Michigan. Number 15, I get the Indianapolis Colts taking Tariska, Takkrs, McKinley, outside linebacker at UCLA. 14, I got the Philadelphia Eagles taking Tre'Davious White, cornerback out of LSU. And at 13, I have the Arizona Cardinals taking Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Texas Tech. Arizona is kind of in the same spot that Kansas City is, where you can take this, young kid, you can sit him for a year. He can sit behind Carson Palmer for a year and learn. If I remember correctly, Carson Palmer sat his first year. I believe he did. There was one, I think it was Carson Palmer. I know Aaron Rodgers did, and I thought Cincinnati had a quarterback that did that. That sat for a year. I think it was Carson Palmer sat his first season and then started the second season. Number 12, the Cleveland Browns. I have them taking their quarterback here. I know there's push from the ownership of the Browns to take quarterback number 1 overall. The last time that the ownership pushed for a quarterback to be drafted, the GM and the coach gave in and drafted Johnny Manziel. The GM and the coach both got fired. So what do? Go with what the owner says and get fired, or go against the owner and hopefully do something? So I had them with their second pick of the first round, the Cleveland Browns at 12, taking Deshaun Watson, quarterback, Clemson. Number 11, I have the New Orleans Saints taking Reuben Foster, linebacker, Alabama. Number 10, the Buffalo Bills. I have them taking Mike Williams, wide receiver, Clemson. Number 9, Cincinnati Bengals. I have them taking defensive end out of Alabama, Jonathan Allen. I have the Carolina Panthers at number 8 taking a running back, Devon Cook out of Florida State. I think Cam needs another weapon. I know he can run it, he can throw it. He's one of the top quarterbacks right now, but he needs that, really big running back behind him to really take some pressure off of it. Number 7, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. That sounds weird. The Los Angeles Chargers taking Malik Hooker, safety out of Ohio State. First quarterback I have coming off the board is at number 6, the New York Jets. I have them taking Mitchell Trubisky, quarterback, North Carolina. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. I have them taking Hassan Reddick, linebacker, Temple. Number 4, Jacksonville needs to figure out, is Blake Bortles their future? Number 1 question. If he is not, they need to move on from him. Either get one in this draft, trade this number 4 pick and get a quarterback, or take somebody here that can maybe help Blake Bortles, like a running back out of LSU, Leonard Fournette. And then they need to, can Leonard Fournette help Blake Bortles, or is he beyond help and you need to, scrap that and get a new quarterback? So there's a chance that Jacksonville may want to get rid of Blake Bortles. May trade him, may cut him, and draft a quarterback here, but I have them taking Leonard Fournette, running back. Number 3, Chicago Bears. I have them taking Marshawn Lattimore, cornerback, Ohio State. Number 2, I have the San Francisco 49ers taking Solomon Thomas, defensive end, Stanford. I know he's already in the, I think it was Solomon Thomas, that failed a drug test, or diluted sample for a drug test. Really? Come on now. But whatever, if the 49ers think they can get through that, there you go. And number one pick in 2017 NFL Draft. I think every mock draft I've seen has this. Cleveland Browns taking Myles Garrett, defensive end, Texas A&M. He is the best player in the draft. There's a lot of good players in this draft, I feel. I think there's only a handful of A-plus players, or even A players. I think there's a bunch of B-plus to A-minus type players. So we'll see what happens in the next NFL Draft, which I believe is this Thursday. First round, second round's on Friday. Will we see trades? Will we see surprises? Will Jimmy Garoppolo get traded from New England? New England has taken a lot of quarterbacks in the draft, among years. None of them has turned out anything besides what they've done in New England. Can Garoppolo change that? Will Richard Sherman get moved? There's another player that's rumored getting moved. Oh my god, I forgot his name. It was a cornerback. I can't remember who it was now. Oh, anyway. Should have read it down when I was listening about it. But anyway, so there's my mock draft. Good, bad, indifferent. Please comment below. Let me see your mock draft for who you got going number 1. Truly, I think Cleveland should trade that number 1 pick if somebody's willing to take it. Get some more draft picks. Improve the overall team. One player cannot make a difference in the NFL. And that's the problem with the top of the draft. You have so many players. You want a Johnny Manziel. You want a Matt Leinart, a Jamarcus Russell. To change your franchise, one player cannot change a losing franchise. Thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.